Hello Cancer, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in. It's Sunday the 22nd of March 2026. I'm going to do a no contact love tarot reading for you guys. Please take what resonates and leave what does not. So for those of you who are in no contact with your person, let's see what's going on. Their current thoughts about you, Cancer. The person that you are currently in no contact with, in love. The person who you are currently in no contact with in love. What are their current thoughts about you, Cancer? What are their thoughts about you? What are they thinking about you? The person that you are in no contact with. Well, they're currently thinking that you're being a bit harsh. Or you've made some sort of wrong choice, wrong decision. You've given them some sort of clarity or truth. You've communicated something to them. And it's left them feeling somewhat rejected. But they're trying to come back out of that place of rejection, that feeling of cold, harsh, loss, poverty. They feel like you haven't perhaps communicated something in the best way that you could, or you've made some sort of decision that they don't agree with. They're feeling hopeful that this might change, or you might change, or something might change, might return to a more warm, inviting, positive energy. You could have had some harsh words or some sort of heated exchange. If they come back out, I'll let you know. So the person that you're in no contact with, Cancer, what are their current feelings for you? What are they feeling for you, Cancer? The person that you are in no contact with in love. What is your person feeling about you, for you? What are your person's feelings for you that you are in no contact with? The King of Swords in the upright, Death in the upright, and the Hermit in the upright. I don't know if I said the first cards, the Queen of Swords in reverse, the Five of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ace of Swords in the upright. So their feelings for you during this time of no contact. They're trying, there's some sort of ending here. Well, there's been an ending if you're in no contact. There's been some sort of ending, change, transformation, or separation. They feel that you're very detached. They feel that you've shut them out in some way. They're looking for some clarity, for some truth, for perhaps you've already given them clarity or truth, but they're not kind of agreeing with the clarity they are being given. They're feeling in a somewhat dark place and they're looking for the light. They're looking for some truth. They're being very detached here. There's something about a decision, a clarity, a truth that has brought about some sort of ending, some sort of change, some sort of transformation. There's a very cold, detached energy here, Cancer. So the person that you are in no contact with, Cancer, why aren't they reaching out to you? Why is there no contact? Why is your person not contacting you, not reaching out? Why is this person not reaching out to Cancer? Why are they not contacting Cancer? Oh, Strength in the upright, the Emperor in reverse, and Death again in the upright. Perhaps this is a mutual, you've both come to the end, and this is, you both feel that there's an ending, there's some sort of change that has brought about some sort of completion, some sort of ending. Or they're being stubborn. There's someone that's being stubborn, or someone thinks someone's being stubborn. They're trying to, there's a lack of stability here, lack of stability and structure. I think they're trying to find some stability and structure and strength within themselves. They're trying to tame any impulses that they might have, impulses to reach out or say something or come towards you. They're trying to hold back. It's like they're mirroring you. Well, they don't want to be the first one to reach out. They don't want to be the first one to cut the no contact. It's like they feel that you are detached, so they too are being detached. And what are they not saying? But what do they want to say, but they're not saying? Your person that you are in no contact with, Cancer. What do they want to say to Cancer, but they're not saying it? What does this person want to say to Cancer, but they're not saying it during this no contact? The Four of Pentacles in the upright, the Eight of Cups in the upright, and the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. There is feelings there, there is emotions there, perhaps there is love there, but I think they agree. I don't think they're saying that, but I think they realise and they know that this is an ending that needs to happen, or a change that needs to happen. They feel that with regards to stability or effort or investment or effort being put in, they feel that you are perhaps not putting in as much time, effort and investment as they are. They feel you're not putting in the work, making the effort to try and build this, stabilise this, heal this, whatever it is. And yeah, I think they are thinking and wanting to say that yes, they agree, it's time to walk away. But they're kind of holding on to, in a way, they're kind of holding on, but they're walking away. They're not putting in they're not going to be the first to. They feel that you are the one that should make the effort. They still have feelings. They still are kind of holding on and a little bit hopeful that this might sort itself out, but they're not willing to. They're saying it's on you. You're the one that's got to put the effort in, the work in now. And they're kind of being quite stubborn. They're holding on to that. They're not the one. They're not going to reach out first. This is on you, Cancer. You're the one that has to, whatever it is. If that resonates for you, then you'll know how it resonates. So, advice and guidance from Spirit, from the universe, for Cancer and the person that they are in no contact with. Advice and guidance from Spirit, from the universe, for Cancer and the person they are in no contact with. Let me just look at that card. It's a new deck I'm using. Yeah, it's the Seven of Cups. Wow, I love this new deck. It's not new, it's old actually. It's about 1978, 77, 78. Morgan Greer Tarot. It's absolutely beautiful. The Devil, enough about my decks. The Devil in the upright, the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and the Hermit again in the upright. There's something here that's not being achieved, or it is not achievable. There's no, someone has been very confused, or there's been some confusion here with regards to feelings. Or something that's, something here, someone feels, or you both feel, it's not achievable anymore. But the Devil is there. There is some sort of unhealthiness here. An unhealthy or toxic attachment or dynamic or energy between you both. That, well, needs to be resolved. Perhaps you both realise that this is, there is, you know, you're acknowledging that there's something unhealthy here, something that's blocking this, or that's, it's just, I think you're both acknowledging the issue or the issues here. And I think you're both kind of coming to the energy that it is what it is, you know. Yeah, so this is an ending, a change, or a transformation, or something unhealthy or toxic that needs to be resolved, or a change that needs to happen. Or perhaps there is no change or transformation that needs to happen for this. Maybe this just is what it is. Done. So, let's have a look. And of course, I'm going to go right to the Devil. Absolutely wonderful imagery on that card. I won't, well, he's not naked or anything on this particular deck. There's no, I just don't want to get told off. Oh, I'll just show you because he's, isn't that artwork beautiful? So, why is the Devil here in the advice and guidance for Cancer and the person that they are in no contact with? Why is the Devil here for advice and guidance for Cancer and the person that they are in no contact with? Three of Wands in reverse. Nothing is gonna, Nothing has changed, or there's been no progress, or there's been no transformation because of this devil energy. Whatever this is, it needs to be resolved. Otherwise, there's going to be no progress, no growth. Nothing can change until this changes, until this resolves. Perhaps someone here has been waiting for something to change here, but it just hasn't happened, and someone feels that either you or them just feel that nothing's changing here. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Came out for what your person wants to say, but they're not saying during no contact. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse energy? The Empress. They want growth, or they wanted growth. They wanted to progress, nurture. They wanted things to manifest, to be birthed, to happen. They wanted progression. They wanted growth. They wanted to nurture this. They wanted this to progress. But it wasn't, because they feel that, so this is for what your person wants to say, but they're not saying to you. They don't feel that you were putting in enough effort in order for this to grow. Eight of Cups. Why is it here for the person that Cancer is in no contact with? What is this person not saying to Cancer about the Eight of Cups in this no contact situation? The Ace of Wands. Yeah. They wanted, there was a beginning here, a potential for action, for movement, for growth, something that they were passionate about, they desired with you. They really wanted this to happen. They might still want this to happen, but it's like they're not even entertaining it now until this change happens. But there's still that little, there are still feelings, they're somewhat to an extent kind of still holding on, but they're walking away until this change happens. Four of Pentacles. Why is it here for what this person is not saying to Cancer during this no contact? Why is the Four of Pentacles here? Two of Cups. Yeah. There is, like I said, there is feelings here, there is love here, there is emotion here, but I'm getting that's not enough. It's all there, but it's not enough. Potential is not enough until the actual potential begins. There's potential for everything, but unless there's growth and action and movement, potential stays exactly where it is, in a potential. They do have feelings, they do want this, they wanted growth, they wanted to take action, they desired this beginning, new beginning, this stability, whatever it was. But they don't feel like the effort was being put into this. Tell me about the Emperor in reverse, for why this person is not reaching out to Cancer during no contact. Why is the Emperor here in reverse? Why is the Emperor here in reverse for the person that Cancer is dealing for this no contact situation between Cancer and their person? Why is the Emperor here in reverse for the reason that this person is not reaching out to Cancer? Thank you. The Emperor, and I knew he was going to come out. The Emperor in the upright comes out as a clarifier for the Emperor in reverse. They're not reaching out because there's been no structure here. There's been no decision. There's been no structure. There's been no direction. So they are now taking the direction. They are making the decision. They are creating the structure within themselves because they feel that you're not doing it, so they're going to do it for themselves. Someone needs to take the lead here, and they feel that you are not doing it. So perhaps now they are doing it for themselves because they don't see any structure or direction or anything changing here. So why is death here? Another message for why this person is not reaching out to Cancer during this no contact. Why is death here? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Again, I mean, I'm repeating myself now because the energy is really heavy. This is not building, it's not growing, it's not stable, it's not secure. There's no foundation here, or what little foundation there is not being built on. There is no completion. There is no... This is not building, so it's ending. If it's not building upwards, it's falling downwards. Tell me about the Hermit. He's here twice for Cancer and the person they are in no contact with. For the feelings, for the advice and guidance, the Hermit is here twice. For Cancer and the person they are in no contact with. Why is the Hermit here? What is the message? Oh. The Ace of Wands in the reverse and death again. They were searching for some sort of light in a darkness. They were left out in the dark, or they were left in the dark. They wasn't given clarity or truth or communication as to... There was some sort of delay here. And they were getting bored. They were getting bored. They were feeling stuck. Bored with no momentum, nothing going forward. And it's just been going around in starts and stops, delays and lack of effort, and it's just been held in potential in a dark, confusing place, just going round and round, not going upwards, just not really going anywhere. Alright, I'll clarify the last two majors. Judgment, there you go. A moment of change and spiritual awakening. forgiveness, redemption, mercy. Perhaps it's just time to forgive, accept, forgive, and let it go. Sometimes people come into our lives to transform us in some way. They join us on the journey, but they're not meant to be there until the end. They're just, you know, they aid us in some way, but then at some point they must go back on their own journey. Cycles and circles, we're all intertwined, we're all connected, we all play a part. Tell me about death. Justice in reverse. There you go. There's the lesson. There's the lesson. There's the responsibility, accountability, the balance. The balance that needs to be brought. A change, an ending that needs to happen in order to bring this fair outcome. Someone feels that there was a lack of accountability here, a lack of fairness, a lack of equal investment, a lesson to be learned. Like what I was just saying before justice came out. Some people are here to teach us something. Once they've taught us that, then it's time for them to be on their way, back on their own journey. Strength, why is it here? The Six of Swords. Wowzers, I've never had a reading quite so heavy on synchronization. High Priestess in reverse, the Star in the reverse, the Two of Wands in the reverse, the Fool in the upright, Page of Pentacles in the upright, Knight of Pentacles in the upright, Seven of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse. I'm going to put these into their suits. One moment. Right, I'm getting, with all that death energy, I'm getting that there's been numerous points, potential for change, for transformation. Something that has had chance after chance of ending, beginning, changing. Something that's been on, that's been off. But there has been so much potential here that has not been met. There were so many opportunities for change, for transformation, for endings that led to beginnings that just never came. It just got stuck in a loop, going round and round and round. There was a lesson here to be learned, whether that's been learned or not. There was love here. There was emotion. There was desire for action, for beginning, for potential to actually reach its potential, but it didn't. There was someone here that wanted to build an empire together. That empire never got off the ground. It wasn't stable enough. There's someone here that was patient, committed, consistent. They put the work in, but they put the investment in, their time, their heart, their soul, their desire in, but they felt like they didn't get that back. And they've kind of been left with no other alternative but to walk away, to make the decision to come to some sort of awakening, renewal within themselves. They've found the light in a very dark place. They feel like they've been left out, left in a dark place without clarity or communication. They feel that you are very cold, detached, very, you're not opening up to them. You're not letting them in. There's no direction, there's no structure, there's no growth, there's no progress. There's something very unhealthy, very toxic here that needs to be dealt with, whether that's you or them or the dynamic between you. Only you'll know that. Someone's exhausted. They're exhausted. They've gone past the point of having doubt. They're burnt out by the whole thing. And although they're, I mean, whatever is still there is not enough to keep them hanging around waiting. I feel that they feel there's been enough opportunity for change and that change hasn't come. So they're now making a decision to make the change for the entire dynamic, the entire situation. But they were patient. They did wait. They did want this. But you cannot be held in potential alone. Potential without progress, well, just stays in potential. And potential is not enough. Progress has to be made. Action has to be made. Change has to be made. Endings have to end in order for potential to be birthed into reality. That's what I have for you, Cancer. Hope it helped, hope it resonated. If it did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for further readings if you would like. Good luck, best wishes, lots of love. Until next time, bye bye.